Okay, this is a video on cloud cover and solar panels. This is my MT-5 meter from Renogy, and it's showing that I'm pulling in 13.3 volts. And my batteries are showing 13 or 12.3 volts. It's pretty low. And the reason I'm making this video is there's my MPPT charge controller, and my Nature Power inverter is showing 12.1 volts. I have 10 180 amp hour deep cycle batteries inside my battery bank there, so I have plenty of battery power. But the reason I'm making this video is it is pretty darn bright out here. There's the sun, but there is high cloud cover. I'll repeat that, high cloud cover. But it's bright as heck. Very bright. And I have 4 100-watt Renogy monocrystalline solar panels hooked up in series, and good angle to the sun. It's February the 15th, 2017. And as bright as it is out here, it's about 13 volts I'm pulling in. And what I'm going to do is save this video and couple it on a day when it's gray out here, very overcast, but with low clouds, and I am pretty darn sure that I'll be pulling in a lot more volts, like around 40, 45, 50 volts through those low gray clouds when it's overcast, as compared to 13 volts whenever the cloud cover is high. So there's a difference between high cloud cover and low cloud cover, I'm thinking, and going to follow up on. Because that's, as bright as it is, you'd think the volts would be higher as compared with a low gray overcast day. So that'll be interesting, and I'll follow up and I'll couple this with a video. It's going to be raining here in the next couple days, so I should have a chance to test that theory. Stay tuned. Alright, the first video that I took on a sunny day, it was about 1 p.m. and I know my light is on the other side of my inverter, but I turned it off just to save some watts. It was down to 12.1, now it's at 12.2. And the clouds have cleared up a little bit. And my MT-5 Renogy is showing 17.3. So it's gaining about 4 volts. And my MT-5 shows my batteries at 12.3, and I believe it said 12.5 just a second ago, so we got 12.2 there, and now it says 12.5, and 12.5 is about 12.6 is really a full charge. But now, the first video was at about 1 p.m. and now it is at 2:42 p.m. and the sun is right up there, no clouds, perfectly bright. I should be generating over 80 volts, and it's only at 17 volts, and I do not have an idea why that is happening. That's disconcerting. Now, alright, so I'm going to have to move. We'll come up here on top to give you an idea of how the solar panels are pointed. And there is about the angle, and shoot, that's about now the sun's kind of off to the side a little bit. That's straight, and there's the sun, but the inclination is about perpendicular, and it is February the the 15th. I'm hoping I can use this angle until at least the equinox. That way I can affirm that I only have to change the angle of my solar panels on the equinoxes, and they are on hinges there. I just got to take off that long brace and drop it down for the summer. But right now, as clear as it is, 2:46 p.m. and they're only generating 17 volts. They're in series, 400 watts. It does have a fuse, inline fuse, and the solar panels are fairly clean, very clean. I don't know, I'll have to keep a watch on that. That's not, usually I get up to 80, 90 volts off of these as little as last week. Earlier this morning, the GFCI breaker on my inverter tripped, shutting down my computers, and that only happens about once a year or twice a year, so maybe there was a small short ground or something, and it has been extremely wet. You can see the mud as it melts, and my grounding rod's right down there, so maybe that has something to do with it. Although my solar panels and my MPPT are not grounded at this point. Very disconcerting, but I just want to give more information on today with the inclination, the sun. That should be kicking ass as far as volts go, but it's only generating 17 volts. And we'll see as the day goes on, and then what happens with a low cloudy day. Alright, back when it's a low cloudy day. Okay, the videos previously were on a Thursday afternoon, and this is Saturday morning at 8:40 a.m. So not only is it early, and there's the sun over there, and here's my solar panels here. You can see the angle of the sun. Not only that, the angle of the sun early, you can see what kind of day it is. Low clouds. It's a pretty good example, because even with the low clouds, the early morning sun, the oblique angle, if we come inside and look at the MT-5 Trace Meter, we can see that it is generating 74.2 volts, 76 volts. So how is it that this type of day and this type of conditions, 4 100 watt Renogy solar panels, monocrystalline, hooked up in series, could produce so much more volts on a day like today as opposed to the previous videos? Now, I do have my batteries kind of low because it's been cloudy, and they're only charged up to about 12.4 volts, 3.5 amps going in right now. But that is my question as far as the sun and the clouds go and how many volts. And I look forward to anybody who has any comments and any suggestions or answers. Appreciate it.